Nottingham Forest is heading to the Europa League semi-finals after a high-stakes victory against Porto at the City Ground. Morgan Gibbs-White delivered the match-winning goal that secured a 2-1 aggregate lead, even after the early dismissal of Jan Bednarek. Now, Vitor Pereira's squad is gearing up for a massive domestic showdown that could define their entire season.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Aston Villa absolutely dismantled Bologna in a masterclass performance to punch their ticket to the Final Four. Unai Emery saw his side run riot as Ollie Watkins, Emi Buendia, Morgan Rogers, and Ezri Konsa all found the back of the net to seal a dominant 7-1 aggregate thrashing. The club is now officially setting their sights on lifting another European trophy. The Europa League semi-final bracket is officially set, and we have an epic all-English clash on the horizon. Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa are set to collide for a spot in the final in Istanbul, while the other side of the draw features a thrilling matchup between Braga and Freiburg. With Braga having fought past Betis to reach this stage, the path to the championship is becoming clear. It has been an incredible week of football with comeback stories defining the quarterfinals across Europe. From Strasbourg's heroic turnaround in the Conference League to the goalfests in the Europa League, the drama is peaking. Make sure you stay up to date with all the latest results and tactical breakdowns by hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications right now. Can you hear that roar? That is the sound of history repeating itself at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest, a club synonymous with European glory, has officially punched their ticket to the Europa League semi-finals after a nail-biting, grit-fueled 1-0 victory over Porto. They are through 2-1 on aggregate, and folks, the magic is back in Nottingham. But let's be real, this wasn't a night for the faint of heart. The momentum shifted in the 8th minute when Porto's Jan Bednarek was sent for an early shower after a VAR review highlighted a dangerous, studs-up challenge on Chris Wood. It was the lifeline Forest needed, and they seized it immediately. Just 4 minutes later, Morgan Gibbs-White fired a strike that deflected past the keeper, sending the home crowd into absolute delirium. But here is the narrative twist. While Forest is dreaming of European silverware for the first time since 1984, the shadow of a relegation battle is looming large. Manager Vitor Pereira has pulled off a tactical masterclass, but the physical toll was brutal. We are talking injuries to Wood, Murillo, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Is the dream of a European trophy worth the risk of slipping out of the Premier League? That is the million-dollar question as they prepare for a titanic semi-final clash with Aston Villa. Pereira isn't celebrating yet. He is already calling for his squad to reset for a massive showdown with Burnley. It is a balancing act of legendary proportions. Can they maintain this momentum and keep their top-flight status while chasing European gold? I want to hear from you. Should Forest prioritize the Premier League survival or go all in for a European trophy? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the heartbeat of the tricky trees. This is a season-defining moment, and we are just getting started. Ever wondered what a tactical masterclass actually looks like? Aston Villa just gave us a masterclass in total football, dismantling Bologna in a 4-0 demolition that felt less like a quarterfinal and more like a coronation. With a massive 7-1 aggregate scoreline, Unai Emery has once again proven why he is the undisputed king of the Europa League. Villa came into this match with a comfortable lead, but they didn't just sit back. They came out hunting. It all kicked off with a beautiful team move capped by Ollie Watkins netting his 100th goal for the club, a milestone that honestly couldn't have happened on a bigger stage. Even after Morgan Rogers saw a penalty saved, he didn't blink. Less than a minute later, Emi Buendia was rifling one home, and Rogers himself buried a goal before halftime, effectively turning the rest of the match into a victory lap. By the time Ezri Konsa tapped in that 4th goal in the dying minutes, the message to the rest of the tournament was clear. Villa is coming for that trophy. Now, we're looking at a mouth-watering All-Premier League semi-final against Nottingham Forest. Can anyone stop the Emery Express? I want to hear your predictions in the comments below. Does Villa have what it takes to go all the way to Istanbul? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest on this incredible European run. Remember, in football, momentum is everything, and right now, the road to the final goes straight through Birmingham. The road to the Europa League final just got a whole lot shorter, and we officially have our final four standing. If you thought this tournament was predictable, think again, because the path to the trophy is looking like an absolute gauntlet. First up, Aston Villa made a massive statement, utterly dismantling Bologna with a staggering 7-1 aggregate scoreline. They are playing like a team possessed, but they've got a massive hurdle ahead. In the semi-finals, Villa will clash with Nottingham Forest, who just edged out Porto in a gritty 2-1 victory. That is a tie you absolutely cannot miss. On the other side of the bracket, Freiburg cruised through to the final four, putting Celta Vigo to the sword with a dominant 6-1 aggregate finish. They are going to need that momentum, though, because they are set to meet Braga. The Portuguese side punched their ticket in a wild back-and-forth affair, eventually taking down Betis 5-3 over 2 legs. It's an intriguing setup, European heavyweights and dark horses fighting for glory. So, who are you backing to lift the trophy? Drop a comment below with your winner, hit that subscribe button, and join us as we gear up for what promises to be a legendary semi-final showdown. Sometimes, the most beautiful games are the ones we never saw coming. If you thought the Champions League was the only place to witness football magic, think again. The 2025-26 Europa and Conference League quarterfinals just wrapped up in spectacular fashion, proving that European nights are alive and well with some of the wildest comebacks we have seen in years. Let's start with the Europa League drama. Betis looked comfortable at home, storming to a 2-0 lead in under 30 minutes, with Brazilian star Antony finding the back of the net. Most pundits had already written Braga off, but that is the beauty of this sport. Braga didn't just crawl back, they exploded, putting 4 goals past the hosts to stun everyone and seal a 5-3 aggregate victory. It is the kind of grit that defines a title contender. Over in the Conference League, Strasbourg pulled off the impossible. After a dismal 2-0 loss away at Mainz last week, the French side turned the tide in style. They netted twice in each half, completely dismantling Mainz and avoiding extra time entirely to march into the semi-finals. It was a masterclass in home field advantage. So what does the road to the final look like? In the Europa League, it is Braga against Freiburg, while we get an all-English showdown between Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, a matchup that promises pure fireworks. Meanwhile, the Conference League semi-finals will feature Shakhtar Donetsk taking on Crystal Palace, and Rayo Vallecano battling it out with Strasbourg. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Which of these 4 teams do you think will lift the trophy? The drama is only just beginning, and in football, the script is usually written by the team that refuses to lose.